Well, this is the Anglophile channel here in Hollywood at the premiere of Dimensions, the movie. I've got with me the director and the writer, Sloan Uran, yes? And Aunt Neely, who wrote it. Please tell us your journey. Your journey is so fascinating because I read an article that said you actually sold your house to get the funds to make your dream project. Tell us about that.
Well, we decided that it was time that we actually made our own film. I'd worked on many feature films before, and Aunt has worked in the industry, and we just thought it's time to do our own thing, to make our own film, and there was really no other viable option because I'd not even directed a short before, and you know, Aunt hadn't had a film produced, and he'd only written a few scripts, so it was sort of like if we either make this happen ourselves or it's not gonna get off the ground.
So you really believed in your film, and tell me about the story. Tell me how you came up with it because it's so fascinating. The whole Merchant Ivory meets time travel. I love that.
I think it was a combination of things. The location we shot at was a location we had access to. It was my brother's house, and it was 20s, and it's such a beautiful, graceful. It's on the River Cam in Cambridge. And it's just there's something about the atmosphere there is just quite amazing. So we went to visit him, and we sort of fell in love with that, and I think he was joking. He said, "You could shoot a film here," and then we went, "Ooh," and I think it was a joke. But then we sort of went away, and we'd been, having this conversation about selling the house for a while. So it sort of percolated, and we went, "Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that." And then meanwhile, I guess getting older and being really aware of time passing, I think just got me a little bit fascinated with that. And then I got a little bit obsessed with these videos about understanding different dimensions and the passage of time and what time really is. And it all sort of amalgamated, and I just met one of the characters, the professor who you'll meet tonight. He just sort of, wandered into my head, and that was the beginning of the story.
So if you could travel back in time to a place in your childhood, or any time in your life, or any time in history, where would that be?
Wow.
You're going to say the Police in 1984, police concert or something, aren't you?
Yeah, that was 1983.
Yeah, 1983.
Hollywood Park.
Oh, good, because I would go back to 1995 Pride and Prejudice, and it would be me dancing with Colin Firth. Okay, but I digress.
Oh, so we can change things as well. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a few places I'd go to. I enjoyed my childhood, but I think I'd probably go back to. I'd probably go back to school as well, and see how things might be different. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess part of me, I would go back to my childhood. Yes, there's definitely moments. We lived for a while in the Middle East and have these amazing memories. And I was about 10 or 11 when we left, but I have some amazing memories of that. But then I'd love to just jump through time and see, just there's so many fascinating. I mean, I'd love to go back and see the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, all those the bands in England when they were all came over and were playing in sort of Windsor and London. That'd be fascinating. But then, back
art
and
scene in New York,
yeah,
50s and 60s.
yeah,
I think I'd like.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think when we die, the coolest thing would be is if you sort of get to wander about through different times, watching things.
Kind of like in Defending Your Life, when you go back and you take a look at your whole life, like as if it was a movie, could be a little uncomfortable.
Like
though, right? So tell me, what's next for you? Because this film looks absolutely brilliant. It's gorgeous. It's right up my alley with the whole Merchant Ivory and time travel, the two of my favorite things in the world. So what's next for you guys? Where would you like to see yourselves go?
Well, I mean, the trick is now is to make another film, which is always the bit of a magic trick. It's very, very difficult, and we were just discussing we could house sit for people and sell their houses when they're away to fund it. So if you need a house sitter,
we don't think they'd mind.
That'd be fine. But that's our goal is to make another film. So we have a couple of scripts at the moment, and we've met with some people, and we've started to push those forward. So fingers crossed. This will be the first.
Do you have to sell a house to do it?
We're going to have to sell someone else's house.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hear Spielberg has a really nice house. I think that could pay for a couple of
I'm
films.
sure he'd loan us the keys.
He's probably got a few. Yeah. I mean, would he miss one?
He's not going to miss them. Okay, so Stephen, give them a call because I think they need one of your houses to sell because I think one day the Oscars, yeah?
It'd be nice, I suppose.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be good. Yep.
So, thank you so much for talking to me. Impromptu. It was lovely. Best of luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.